Yo, welcome to YDK number 132. Yeah, I knew the number. Don't try to fucking act like I don't know my numbers. I went to school for a long time. I know the fucking numbers. Broadcasting from Koreatown in LA as until otherwise specified. I fucked that up. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast. We're on fucking Superposition Media's YouTube channel. We're on Strange Illustrated's YouTube channel. We're on Spotify. We're on fucking Stitcher. We're on fucking Apple Podcasts. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. Come get us. That's what we about. Let me move this microphone a little closer. Maybe put it up a little bit. Put it up a little bit. I had to stop the song for a second. Sorry, I know y'all love the music. God damn it. God damn it. So I saw the microphone was trying to get low. Microphone was trying to get low on me. I don't like that shit. Can't get low on me, microphone. So what's up, everybody? It's Jesus Christ. Why I gotta be my own producer? Why I gotta produce my own shit? This is bullshit. I need more support. And you can go to strangeillustrated.com. We got the fucking donate button. You can just donate. You can buy us songs because I'm a music artist. You can buy my songs and all that shit. So do that too. Don't just do whatever. Don't just do whatever you want. Do what I say for just today. So it's July 4th. Happy July 4th to everybody. Independence Day. It's America's Independence Day. The day that they signed the Declaration of Independence and all that shit. You know, black people still weren't free. And that's just a sad truth. It's a sad truth. Black people didn't get, abolitionism till what? December 6, 1865, I think it was. 1865. So if you want to celebrate on December 6th too, that's fine. That's fine too. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it. I'm not trying to steal Independence Day's thunder. I'm just saying. If you black, you still was a slave in 1776. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying that you should do anything. I'm just saying that abolitionism didn't happen in Britain until 1834 on August 1st. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you shouldn't celebrate Independence Day. I'm just saying that if you black, we got different days for stuff. We be celebrating. So this is my second. I'm putting out 2 podcasts this week. I know it's Independence Day, but this isn't going to come out till Monday, along with the other podcast that I put out. You probably already seen it. It was really, really super light in here because of the light behind me, the sun. There's this big giant ball in the sky called the sun, and if you have to respect it sometimes, or it will ruin your broadcast, your podcast. As you can see, it just comes through. But I like it. It's natural. The sun's natural. Get me? Hey, do you get me? I work with this guy that used to say that all the time. We did customer service at a cell phone place. Well, we troubleshooted people's cell phones. It was always funny because if you he'll say it to like a 90-year-old Laotian man. He'll be like, it's because you got too much. Your storage is filled up. You get me? It's always so funny. You get me? That's the best thing. That's the best thing that's ever happened. There was an earthquake earlier today. It was crazy. I was sitting outside, toking on my little e-cigarette, listening to a true crime podcast. I can't listen to true crime podcasts like I used to. I used to love me some true crime. I used to love me some true crime. But people just do goddamn crazy, man. You can't listen to that shit all the time. People be killing everything. People be killing everybody. And it's like, damn, bro. Why you gotta kill every why you gotta kill everybody? Everybody be dying in true crime podcasts in the fucking most brutal way. I can't listen to them like I used to. My my heart. I still have a heart. I still have a heart. And I cannot listen to those podcasts all the time. It just be getting to me. I be wanting to hurt somebody. I'll be like, man, let me see somebody do something to somebody. Let me fucking see somebody do something to somebody. I'm gonna fuck them up. And I'll be like, man, sit your silly ass down. You drunk half the time. I'm drunk half the time. What the fuck am I gonna do? Watch. I sometimes I be so drunk I can't even pull out my phone and record it. You know, to show somebody. I'm like, look what happened. And they're like, what happened, Vince? And I'm like, I don't know. I ain't pull my phone out in time. Or it'd be blurry and shit. This is blurry cam. They're like, what am I watching, bro? I'm like, you just wait. Watch this. I'm all too drunk to fucking. Anyway, yeah, there was an earthquake today. It was crazy. I was sitting outside smoking my little each cigarette. You know, getting my little smoke on, listening to a podcast, listening to it was my favorite murder. I was trying not to say it, but it was my favorite murder. I haven't listened to it in a while because those girls are they're too silly. They're too silly for me. Where I like my true crime podcast pumped down my throat with the driest. No, like put some fucking like can't they do it over a phone line to make it less clear? Like can't they do that? I'm just kidding. It's a dope ass podcast. That's why I like it, and the girls are funny that do it. Um, but anyway, I was listening to that, and then all of a sudden, like oh yeah, I was smoking a joint before that. I was smoking a joint, and I was like, man, am I high? And then the car pulls in, and like my butt starts wiggling right, like on its own. I'm like, what the fuck? Why's my butt wiggling like that? And then a car pulls into our parking structure. And I'm like, is it because of the car? That's kind of weird. I've never felt that before. And then it starts wiggling more, and then the car pulls up. It's still this fucking thing's still happening, right? And then like I look over, and there's like a car in the garage on my right hand side. So I look over, and this motherfucking car is just a shaking. It's just a shaking, and I'm like, oh shit, this is a fucking earthquake. And so like now I'm just sitting there wait. I'm like, is it gonna get worse? Is this it? What's happening? Like, and I'm like going over all my earthquake knowledge. I'm like, oh, where earthquakes only last about 15, 20 seconds. So we're already like 15 seconds in. It was probably like 25 seconds, 25 good seconds of shaking. It was, and then we're in K Town. I guess it happened in uh, the Mojave Desert, and it was some shit. That was the first earthquake I felt since 2014. Like, there's been other earthquakes here, and like all over the place, out there, and where that one fucking island out there. I forgot what it's called. There was an earthquake out there not too long ago. This one was in Mojave Desert. It was a 6.6, bruh. And then they changed it to 6.4. Maybe I don't know. How does the thing change it? Did they read it wrong? Did they gotta like come up with a number themselves? I guess they got to come up with a number themselves. Like, because how did they change it? How did they change the number? It's a 6.6, but now it's 6.4. Somebody read the graph wrong. Don't get the guy that wears the thick glasses. Don't get that guy to read the fucking sheets because he doesn't know. Don't get that guy to do it. Get get 2020 vision Sam. He's an asshole because he's always talking about how good his vision is. He's like, my vision is so good. I can see eagles before they see me. It's like, Sam, nobody, what are you, hunting eagles? Yeah, I'm an American. It's Independence Day. I can fucking hunt eagles. I'm Sam. My name is Sam. I was named after Uncle fucking Sam. Your name's actually Steve, Sam. Shut up! You don't know me. I'm Sam. Earthquakes and shit, bro. So I got a little two camera system going on because my camera shuts off at 30 minutes. I've tried every feature that I could to stop it from doing that. But after 30 minutes, it stops recording. It's just like, dude, I gotta take a break. I've been logging all this information, and I don't know if you noticed, but I'm like my, my camera's so bougie. It's like I have three legs, so I don't know if you notice I got heels on. And I'm like, camera, you're just the camera. You're doing what this you should like doing this. And the camera's like, no, 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 no. I'm like, how come my phone can stay on for an hour recording, but you can't? It's like, look, oh, wait, you want me to be a phone? You want me to phone calls? Hey, hello. That's what my camera sounds like. Camera's bougie as shit. My camera has had the most bougie life I've ever seen. Like, if my camera's lucky, it doesn't poop. If my camera pooped, take that shit, take that shit right to the pound. Okay. Goodbye, camera. Goodbye, camera. Crazy though, like earthquakes. Like one day, like that, and like the feeling of helplessness when you're in an earthquake. It's like, what the fuck? Super like when I saw dude's car his SUV shaking in the garage, it was like, dude, there's nothing. Dude, I couldn't do that. I couldn't push that car to make it shake that much with my hands. And this is just like a little piddly. The earthquakes happen in Mojave Desert. We're 120 miles away from the Mojave Desert and still felt it. And it made this guy's fucking SUV do the Macarena, like the you know, in the fucking garage. It was Harlem shaking in the garage, and it's like, damn, dude. Like that, it was probably maybe like a what, a 2.4, a 2.6, and they lower it down to a 2.4. It was probably that, and there ain't shit you can do about that. There's nothing you can do about that. What if it was a 6.6 in Los Angeles, like in city of Los Angeles, not Los Angeles County, but city of Los Angeles? What if it was a 6.6? We'd be fucked. Fucked. People be running every. There's so many people here, dude. I would just stay amongst my rubble until everybody got their until like the next morning. I'd stay amongst the rubble till next morning, and then I'd go looting. Cause you gotta go looting. Everybody has insurance. You got earthquake insurance. Then you go looting. Don't go looting the same night. All the good shit. Yeah, a lot of the good shit's gonna be gone. But you can still go looting, bro. You can still do it. I guess Anime Expo's happening right now, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I haven't watched an anime in 2 years. I just like the costumes when really hot girls wear them. That's it. And some of the cool dude costumes. Like, you gotta have the body for it, though. Like, there's some dudes that'll go out and wear, like, some guys, like, they'll idolize some skinny dude in the anime, and then they'll be, like, you know, three bills, four bills, and put on that guy's costume, and it's like, oh, you're supposed to be that guy, kind of. If he just gave up, like if he never saved, like you're that guy if he never saved anybody. like you, like you're that guy, and he knows a clothing designer. Like no, You're not saving him body. Oh fuck! I got all my drinks down here. Oh fuck! Got all my drinks down here. I got coffee. I got some orange drink. I got orange drink by an undisclosed company. If you want to sponsor me, I'll say your name and talk highly about you. But until then, you're just undisclosed orange drink company. Got me some coffee in my patented cup by another company that could sponsor me if they want. Um, let's just say their name rhymes with bar sluts. Their name rhymes with bar sluts. Um, I got my alcohol with me. Got another undisclosed company that makes lemonade, but alcoholic version. Can sponsor me too if you'd like. No, it doesn't take much. Couple dollars here and there. Throw the money around a little bit. Fuck up some commas. Companies, damn. I'm putting my life is on the line. Y'all trying to take my name. My life is on the line. All right. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, so I lost. So from let me get real with you. Let me get real with you and you, maybe you and you. So I lost the hearing in my right ear on Christmas Day. No, not Christmas Day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That would be weird, right? Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. After all that moving stuff, I moved into my new place that I'm at now, and 9 days later, couldn't hear out of my right ear. I could hear a little bit. I would say I lost 70% of my hearing, but really, I couldn't hear anything. I can hear bass. I can hear some stuff, but like, let's say if I covered my ear, all I can hear is if I cover my left ear and just try to hear out my right ear, which I did a million times during that time, all I could hear was that's what would come out. I could hear out of it, but I couldn't hear, anything worth a fuck. I couldn't communicate out of my right ear. You know what I'm saying? But before I get into that, I uh, I had some I had some sermons prepared. You know what? I was thinking of starting a church, right? The Church of Meteorology. And you're probably like, "What the fuck, Vince? Meteorology? That's weather." So what's Scientology? You know what I'm saying? Church of Meteorology, and then all we do is just look for good weather to fucking. That's it. We just fucking look for good fucking weather. All right. And I'm gonna start off by doing my first sermon right now. Okay. Here comes a helicopter. I talked about Scientology. Here comes a fucking helicopter right now. All right. So if this is the last podcast, y'all know that I got swept up by immigration and they're sending me back to Africa. Um. Okay, so I'm not gonna. I don't have a sermon prepared. I don't. That was all a lie. That was a lie just to get you interested. What's been going on? Sometimes this thing is super harsh, and this e-cigarette's from another company that could sponsor me if they want to. I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. I don't care. I mean, I'm not really pressed for money. Yeah, I am. Um, yeah, Church of Meteorology, bro. Let's get it popping. Let me have somebody do a petition. We'll get some names on that, and then we'll just have somebody finalize the whole thing for us. You know, I'm just looking at because I'm still my own producer. I don't have a producer, even though I got the camera set up. I don't have a producer, so I got to do everything still. So I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at this camera, I'm looking at the fucking audio, I'm looking at fucking this fucking goddamn shade swinging back and forth like Willow Smith's hair, and I'm just trying to put it all together. All right, I got my skeleton glove on, and we're good. We're good. Trying to get back in the studio next week to finish recording my rest of my album. My ID finally came. I would tell you guys my DMV story, but like talking, going to the DMV is draining. Talking about the DMV is draining. Thinking about the DMV is exhausting. Dreaming about the DMV is a nightmare. Fucking anything that has to do, even like I could just imagine like somebody going to the DMV and to get a job, and they're like you got to sleep 15 hours before that interview because they're trying to steal your soul. That's what I think. They're just trying to steal your soul. They don't care. They need souls for the master. How are they going to get fucking souls if you're lollygagging? You're lollygagging. They're trying to get your fucking soul. You're all on fucking Red Bull and all this shit. The DMV doesn't care if you're on Red Bull. They want your goddamn life force. They almost got mine. They almost got mine, but they didn't. Have to go there twice to get one fucking license. One license because they lost it the first time. I had to go there, and it was longer the second time. All they had to do was change my address because they fucked up. They fucked up. You fucked up, DMV, not me. Okay, you did. So they fucked up, and then I had to go get back and get another license, and it took longer. It was like an hour longer. It was 4 hours. First time it was 3 hours. Second time it was 4 hours. The, the fuck? It's bullshit. Bullshit. Recording here on Independence Day. Now, you're probably like, well, why didn't you put this out on Independence Day? Well, number one, it takes me 3 hours to edit the podcast. And also, who in the fuck is going to listen to a podcast on July 4th besides my boring ass? Okay, who else is going to do that? Not you. You're outside. You're drunk. You've been day holidays are for day drinking. I know in that case, every day is a holiday for me, but holidays are for day drinking and spilling and and not listening to podcasts, hanging out with your buddies, fucking hitting on that girl that you like. You've been seeing her for a year and a half at so and so's house, and then y'all guys are at a party, and you're like, "This is my chance." That's what. Oh, you'll hear fireworks every now and then, because we ain't got no sense here in LA. He's setting off fireworks everywhere. Fireworks everywhere. You can't. It's illegal to let off fireworks in LA unless you're a professional, right? You're not supposed to. Here comes another goddamn helicopter. It's gonna be helicopters and fireworks in the air all day in LA. What a waste. Speaking of a waste, before I have to reset my time on my camera because it shuts off after 30 minutes, like all cameras should not. What a waste is it? Like, I walk down the streets of LA a lot. I like to see what's going on. One thing I've noticed since, the housing, there's like a housing crisis, a homelessness crisis in LA. One thing I noticed, if you didn't know that there is a housing crisis, t- fuck a tent city. There's tent apartment complexes all over LA. There's this one dude across the street from where I work who has like a fucking 2 bedroom apartment, but it's just tarp on the side of a fence outside of a fucking parking structure. So the shit's real. Shit's crazy in LA right now, or always has been, but it's even crazier now. Like there's some places where you could go to maybe just stay the night if like you become homeless, but it's gonna take you a few days to get your place. You don't want to get a hotel in LA because even hotel prices are crazy. Called Skid Row, but even it's dangerous out there now. Motherfuckers getting snatched up, and you're not accounted for out there. So like, goddamn, God forbid anybody has to bring their kids out there. Jesus Christ, I could just imagine, or I don't want to imagine, but I could just imagine. But one thing I've noticed is all of the fucking buildings in LA that I've seen with fucking just boxes. Like you could see inside the buildings from the street. There's just all these buildings with just rooms and rooms and rooms and rooms, always unoccupied, always with the lights off. But during the daytime, just boxes in a fucking room. You telling me somebody can't live there? The prices for housing has gone through the roof. Like, how much more money? Who's getting this money? How much more money do you motherfuckers need? And I know it's more of an individual basis type thing. It's not just some fucking fat cats that all go to fucking Buffalo Wild Wings or the gourmet equivalent and sit around talking about it's more of an individual thing. Somebody buys a building for some reason, or they fucking somebody owns some real estate for some reason, and whatever, but it's still Jesus Christ. And I know that some of these homeless people have like mental issues and drug issues and stuff like that, but a lot of these people don't aren't there yet, and we just throw them out on the streets, all out on the streets. All right, my shit's about to turn off. So let me redo it. This camera's gonna stay on though. This camera is my G, right here. This camera's gonna hold me down, and there's people talking in the background, but that's fine. We'll get through it. So let's see if if my if I'm correct. It should shut off at 29:50. We're at 29:20. So let's see. Let's see. We can listen. Y'all want to listen to the other conversation that's going on in here? All right, here we go. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I can't hear anything. I got earphones on too. And shut off. There it goes. Shuts off at 29:50 every time. Sucks, but I'm gonna reset it. We're gonna get back into this shit. And we're back. And we're back, guys. Hey, what are you doing for the fourth? I was gonna cook. I mean, I'm gonna cook, but I was gonna cook some. I was gonna grill, but I don't want to buy a grill. I was like, fuck. I was like, I don't want to buy a grill, so I didn't buy a grill. So I'm just making some chicken breast, and that's it. So that's it. That's all I'm gonna do is buy a grill. So anyway, I lost my hearing in my right ear, and I told the story on my other podcast that may or may not come out with my homie Gus, but I don't know if it's gonna come out or not. There's a little bit of a issue the last couple of days, so we'll see. But yeah, I lost the hearing in my right ear from on December 24th, and like the day it happened, I'm like thinking, okay, this is kind of like swimmer's ear, right? So I'll be able to. It'll fix itself. So 2 days pass, 3 days pass, and it makes it literally like your balance is off, and like I don't know. For some reason, I felt more exhausted when it happened because I feel like I got more energy now. Maybe it could be like a mental thing, but it was just a weird. It was a weird occurrence, and I remember going to work and having to like because I didn't tell anybody at my job either, and so I'm having to go to work and having to adjust to like I wouldn't talk just so I wouldn't get into a conversation with somebody and they'd be like and just have to be like, huh? What? Huh? All the time. So I would just keep everything short. My boss would her like where she would come up from her office, it would be on my right side. So anytime she talked to me in my right ear, I'd never hear her, so I'd always be like, huh? And I was just waiting for somebody to be like, are you fucking deaf? I'd be like, yeah, I'm deaf, goddammit. I'm Beethoven in this bitch. Or is it Bach? One of them was deaf. That's all I know. And maybe like every day I was thinking, okay, it's gonna get better the next day. And I did research on it. Like I was looking at like sudden hearing loss and stuff like that, and it was like, well, when you have sudden hearing loss, it could be contributed to multiple factors, or and there's no telling when you get your hearing back. And it could last for a couple days. It could last for a couple weeks, a couple months, a couple years, or you may never get your hearing back. Like they don't know anything about the shit. And what happens is the little receptors in your ear or in your it's like in your jaw because it goes all the way down through your ear canal and the little it's like little hairs that that do the thing. You can see if you can see my hands if you're watching it. I'm doing them like little fucking jellyfish or whatever. It's like little hairs that that's where your little receptors are. I picture them as I don't even know if they're fucking little hairs. I don't know what the fuck they are. They could be fucking little fucking. It could be just a fucking speaker in there. I just imagine it as little hairs moving around, and then the little hairs get damaged, and then your little hairs get damaged, and then you know, and sometimes they come back, and then they're fucking good. Um, so I was researching that. I was like, oh, dude, I definitely damaged my little hairs, and I'm never gonna be able to hear out my right ear ever again. So February rolls around, still don't have my hearing back, and I'm like, fuck. And it really didn't bother. Well, one other extra feature that happened along with my hearing going away was this crazy high pitched sound, which was tinnitus, but it was this crazy high pitch. I would hear it all the time out of my right ear. It was like left ear, perfect. Right ear, and nothing. nothing else. It was like going to a concert and then you hear that in a super loud and you hear that fucking buzz, but then you can't hear anything else. But out of one ear and then out of the other ear, I can hear everything.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
You feel me? That was my boy Gus. Um, or Kenny. I don't know who that was. Who was that?
That was a good.
All right. uh, so then, I get used to it after a while. And then on one cloudy day in June, it was like, it was June 9th. It wasn't like June 9th. It was June 9th. Oh, dang. Oh, what up, homie? Oh, you returning the rental goods?
Appreciate you.
All right, man. Um, on June 9th, I was doing like a little thing at work, little catering biz, and all of a sudden I noticed, I don't hear that high pitched hum like I used. I'm like, where's my high pitched hum? Hello, hello, high pitched hum. Where are you at? We're friends now. And the high pitched hum was like, no, we're not. It went away, and I did this thing where I rubbed my fingers together. Because when you rub your fingers together in front of your ear, you can just hear like you hear like the sandy, like kind of sandpaper noise. So for 6 months, I'm doing that in my right ear, and I can't hear anything. I did it that day into my ear, and I was like, dude, I was about to disrupt. Like it was like this meeting for something. I totally forgot what it was, and I literally astral projected out of my skin and onto a dance floor in my head, and just did the fuck and did like I broke dance. I think I broke dance all the time, but man, it was an exciting experience. It was weird though because after I noticed that my hearing came back, the tinnitus came back. Like all of a sudden, I can hear the high pitched hum again. And I was like, "Well, you can fucking get the fuck out of here now. I don't need you now." But then gradually over the next couple of days, my hearing just got better, better, and better, and now it's perfect. This is like the way it used to be. But dude, that day when my hearing came back, and just imagine, just plug up one of your ears for 30 minutes. It will annoy the fuck out of you. Imagine having that for 6 months. Oh, and fucking do ton like your life is audio. Your passion is in audio. So imagine that, and then your ear just fucking break down like a goddamn car alternator. But it's like an alternator in a Tesla. So you just can't pull it over to the side of the road and fix it. And then doctors don't even know how to fix it. They could get, from what I read, because I didn't go to a doctor, you could get pills for the tinnitus. Like I probably could have got the high pitch thing to go away, but it wouldn't have cured the hearing loss. The hearing loss just would have came back or did whatever. And one of my friends was telling me, because I have no idea how it happened. I remember I ate a lot of avocado that day. I haven't eaten it since. Haven't eaten it since. Because for some reason, that avocado really bothered my stomach. And then my hearing went out in my right ear. So I was like, nah, I'm just going to not fuck with them for a while. Even though, like, we sell it, avocado at work. And fucking avocado is delicious on a grilled cheese sandwich. But haven't fucked with it since. It's like when you get sick from something. Like if you get sick from eggs. I remember one time I got really sick from eating like expired eggs or something, and got sick for 4 days, like throwing up every time I got up, and I didn't eat eggs for 2 years, and I love eggs. I'm an egg guy, and fucking it was like, nope, not this couple of years. So got my hearing back. Um, and it was weird. Like I'd be like, well, after a while, like March, April, I was like, well, I can still work. I can still make beats. I can still do audio stuff. I can still do all the stuff that I want to do. I'm just gonna have to be. I'm just gonna have to take an extra step. It's just gonna be an extra step. Um, and so I would do that. Like I'd wear my earphones like this, and then if I want to hear the right side, like if I pan, if I go from like left to right with sounds, I'll just switch the earphones over like that, and then fucking listen to the right side. And podcast, I was gonna bring the podcast back earlier, but uh, you know, the it's it's nerve wracking enough doing a podcast, but it's more nerve wracking to do it when you don't have 90% of your hearing. Um, so I don't know if I was waiting, but I was like, well, if I do it in a studio, I feel more comfortable. So that was my whole goal, was to just go to a studio and do it. I can I'll have time to be comfortable with my fucking with my shit, and everything will be gravy. Uh, but I'm glad I didn't have to adjust too much to get that fixed. Um, or to fucking even have to do this podcast. I'm glad I didn't have to do all this other fucking bullshit. And I'm glad my hearing's back. Every once in a while, I'll be like, is it still there? Fucking hearing's perfect. I'm like, is it still there? What's going on? My ear. Fuck, if my ear itches, bro. I'm like, go. Fuck, I'm calling the fucking ambulance. I'm going to the doctor right now. Fucking, I'm pouring fucking hydrogen peroxide in my ear. I got like one of those snake things they use for plumbing, just going through in my nose and out of my ear. Yeah, I'm play. One of my friends was telling me, because I guess she lost her hearing before, that in one of her ears, she was like, oh, it's from your earbuds, and I was like, no, and she was like, yeah, it probably is, and I was like, no, I don't fucking know. No. You know what? No. She was like, no, because it happened to me. I would put you, when you push those earbuds into your ears, you're pushing earwax into your ear canal, and then it gets stuck down there, you're blocking your receptors. I'm doing the jellyfish thing again. Blocking your receptors. I'm like, no. But you know what? My my earbuds that go in your ear, I lost them, and I haven't had them since. I was at without them for 2 weeks. No, I was out without them for 9 days because I lost them around Memorial Day time. 9 days later, my hearing came back. So she might have been right. It might have just been me pushing earwax into my ear every fucking day, making it fucking super worse. And then, once I stopped wearing the goddamn things, it went away. Could be. Still ain't eating avocado though. So fuck that. All right, but I'm glad I have my hearing. I'm glad I got hearing, and I like being able to hear. I'm like, what lady is singing right now? Let me see what's going on. What else was going on today? Blunts and hoes, bro. Um, let's time. And I know I said I wasn't going to put a date on the podcast, but since it's a holiday, it's like whatever. And nobody listens to podcasts on July 4th. And that doesn't happen. And nobody's going to listen to a podcast till Monday anyway, which is when this is going to come out. It's going to come out on Monday. Um, I want to read some news stories. What do we got today? ASAP Rocky got arrested in Sweden for a fight. It's not even that big of a deal. It's not that big of news. He like hospitalized a guy, and apparently he was like some drug addict dude. It looked like it was like a real time clout chasing. It's all. That's exactly like you see these guys. You know that they can't fight. Like you look at them and they're skinny. Their elbows are the biggest part of their body. It's like, come on, bro. You're not about to fight these rappers with giant bodyguards around them. You're doing some clout chasing bullshit. But apparently, I guess it pissed off ASAP's crew because they were like sexually harassing like women along like they were walking down the street and just like trying to touch girls on the way up to while they were talking shit to ASAP and his crew. And so and then in the video, they're going to release him. Because in the video, they're telling him, dude, walk away, walk away, walk away from the situation. Walk away. That's a song somewhere. I don't know what song it is, but they're telling him to walk away from the situation. And they wouldn't walk away from the situation. And so, like, one of the guys like when you got your niece or your nephew wants to like swing around like an airplane, so you swing him around or whatever. That's what ASAP did to this dude. He like swung him around. Dude hit the curb, and then his boys jumped in. That was probably like the worst part of it. But by then, he was already on the ground, covered up, and don't like it wasn't like they were fucking him up. They weren't even fucking him up. They're just slapping him around a little bit. It wasn't even that big of an issue. And they were like, he could face 6 years in jail. I love the fucking media. I love the media. He could face 6 years in prison for a stupid street fight. It wasn't even that good of a fight. It didn't even look brutal. He was like, what is going on? I forgot about my chain. Anyway, what else is going on? And of course, everybody's murdering everybody. Man, can there be a day without a hit and run in LA? Not today, though. Not, not today. And it's like everybody hits and runs in LA. Nobody's ever been hit by anybody in a car in LA, and they're walking, and that person stop and ask if they're okay. This shit never has happened in the history of LA. Anybody who's in a car, you gotta hit them and then you gotta leave. You gotta go. You can't fucking stick around. People be weirded out if you stuck around. You probably go to jail if you stuck around. They're like, no, well, we gotta take you to jail. We don't care if this person jumped out in front of your car and started banging on your hood. We don't care. You have to leave the scene every single day. The other day, some lady got killed because a car drove through her fucking apartment. She's sleeping, and a car drove all up in her apartment. Craziness. Gavin Newsom dedicated $1 billion to ending homelessness. Is $1 billion enough? How about just have people clean all the boxes out of their fucking buildings? Dude, you go if you live in LA, go in downtown LA and look at some of the top of these fucking 5, 6, 7 story buildings. Just look inside them. Just look inside them if you can. There's nothing but fucking boxes. Nothing but boxes. If you're a box, hey, there, I got a tip, homeless people. Just get inside of a box, because then you'll have a place to stay, because they will put you inside a building. No problem. Oh, what else? Fuck. I don't even know. I wouldn't want to die on the streets, though. That's a shitty place to die. You know what? I would want to die. You know what? The worst day to die is like payday. It's like the worst day to die. Like you're feeling all good. You going out. You going to. You're like, oh, let's just stop at 7-Eleven, get some blunts, and then somebody roll up. Hey, you banging? Hey, yo, you banging? You're like, what? And the next thing you know, you gotta fucking. You gotta defend yourself, or you gotta fucking make peace with you with life and shit. And you're like, oh shit. All right, here we go. That's the worst. That's how I don't never want to die like that. I want to die on my own terms. I want to die saving somebody. Like if I run up in a house, like let's say if I was like really depressed and I saw like a fire or somebody or something, and somebody was like, "Oh, my kids are in there." Then I'd be like, I go in and I try to save the kids, and they'd be like, "Oh, come out with us." I'll be like, "No, that's cool. I'm good in here." That's because there's no better way to die than saving somebody. Man, but dying like on somebody else's terms, that's or dying accidentally. I don't know. Dying accidentally might be with the. I don't know. Maybe if it's funny, like, like if I fucking, like if you're like, if I taking a picture on a cliff and I'm like, let's go out there where the rocks are real loose. Then I'd, that would be cool. I guess. I don't want people to like I don't want if I have a funeral, I don't want to have like a sad funeral. I want I want like I don't even want like a joyous funeral, like a celebration. I want it to be funny. Like show clips of me doing awkward dumb shit. That'd be hilarious. Like like it's just a picture of me like with my finger in my nose or something, or like a clip of me farting all crazy. Like that'd be funny. That's what I actually want. I don't want to. Definitely don't want to die by anybody else's hands. That's why I try to stay ready. I try to stay fucking ready. You know, I don't carry a gun though. I'm against guns. Guns only get you in trouble. You can't just shoot guns anywhere. You got to be a gangster or a policeman. And you're probably like, what's the difference? Look, I'm not a scientist. Okay, I don't know. I know it's loud in here now. I can't help it. You know, people are making their Fourth of July plans, which is fine because most people aren't introverts like me and sit here talking to people that don't exist. And make podcasts on holidays. So it's fitting. It's fitting. I'm doing the unnatural thing right now. So don't get mad at them for talking. What else did I have? I had something else good, but my train of thought is fleeting. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about canyon justice. I was watching this one video of this guy like robbing, like trying to steal this lady's purse. It was a video that they showed on the news. This guy tries to steal this lady's purse. She hangs on to the car, like won't let go of the purse at all. She ends up dying. I'm pretty sure by getting hit by something outside of the car, which is horrible. But like it was on video, and the police know who this guy is. Do we need to have a trial for people who do shit on video? Like, or like if it's DNA and video footage and stuff like that, do we need to have trials for those people? I say no. I say we just administer some canyon justice. And you're probably like, Vince, what's canyon justice? Well, you walk them to the Grand Canyon and you kick them in there like the movie 300. And that's it. That's canyon justice. I believe that a lot of people deserve canyon justice. And there's nothing wrong, there's nothing cruel about canyon justice. Okay? If you can make it, like if you can survive the fall, then that's like being acquitted. Like all your bones will be broken, you'll probably be brain damaged or whatever. Somebody will have to take care of. You'll probably just be living in an LA under a tarp because that's what we do for people that need help. You just get a tarp. You go to the Social Security building. They fucking give you a big ass tarp, and they give you a couple empty Gatorade bottles for your piss. And then you get a broom because every once in a while you got to sweep up all your stuff. So they give you a broom, they give you a tarp, and then you just clean up after yourself. And you can tell the story that you survived canyon justice. But I think they should do that with, like, a lot of people deserve canyon justice. Um, what happened recently? What else happened recently that was crazy? Like those, well, maybe not those people that ran into that lady's apartment building with their car because they were probably drunk. And cars are dangerous anyway. They're fucking 4,000 pound cars. But let me just look on the old Twitter timeline. I'll find something. I'll find somebody who needs canyon justice. Let's just see here. Canyon justice. I should just put in Canyon justice isn't a thing. I'm the proprietor of Canyon justice. I'm going to lobby for it. Uh, let's see. I'm pretty sure I got some horrible story on here. Okay, maybe not this one. Okay, here we go. Woman accused of drowning 12-year-old son in irrigation ditch 11 years after she tried to drown him in a river. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. So she tried to drown her son, and it didn't work, and she was like, I'll just hold out for the right time. And then and then she did drown him. And that lady deserves canyon justice. Like, why are we wasting tax dollars? You don't even have to just have Uber. Just get her Uber to the canyon. All right, I gotta restart my thing again because I'm going long. I'm going long on this one. I'm not done with canyon justice. There we go. There we go. And just kick her ass into the canyon. Do like that bottle cap challenge that they have out now? Just do that to her chest, and then she just falls right into the canyon. Boom. Case closed. We don't have to spend $66,000 a year keeping that bitch alive, and she murdered her fucking kid. And then attempted murdered him. You know what? Like everybody's fucking going ape shit for this lady who licked the Bluebell ice cream at the store. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that. We'll end on that because I'm pretty much fucking done. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about now. Anyway, so this lady, there's this video of this lady going to a freezer in an undisclosed store, and she licks the top of Bluebell ice cream, like a pint of ice cream, puts it back, and walks away. And it's like everybody's like, we are searching, or at least Twitter and the media is like, we're searching for the suspect who licked the ice cream, who licked the top of the Bluebell ice cream. And I seen today they were like, suspect found in Bluebell ice cream licking scandal or whatever. It's like, come the fuck on. It's fucking $3 ice cream. Who gives a shit? Like, do you really give a shit? I don't give a shit. And plus, she's fine. She's a little dimey. Okay? So, let's all pump our brakes a little bit. Sell me that ice cream. All right? Don't. You don't even have. Dude, you could just have cute girls lick ice cream. Some idiot like me will buy it. Okay? You have some cute girls lick some ice cream. I'll buy that shit. Hey, lick the top of my ice cream, and I'll pay double for it. What are they doing? What are they doing? But you know what they're doing. They don't want it to become a thing. They don't want it to become like a challenge. Ice cream licking challenge, and everybody, all these gross people are spitting and coming in your ice cream. I get it. But she doesn't have to be the example. As a matter of fact, maybe she should. Maybe we should have her on this podcast. Maybe we should have her on this podcast. Send her here right now. Bluebell ice cream. I will discipline her, and I will eat all of that ice cream. Okay? So nobody will have to worry about it ever again. All right? We're outrageous. We're outrageous in this country. There's 55 people running for president. Hell, I'm running for president. I'm running for president too. Fuck it. I will lower all of your taxes, big booties for everybody, and fucking, you don't have to pay for college ever again. You don't have to pay for any learning. Just you don't have to pay. I know it says you got to pay, but you don't got to pay. Don't pay it. And that's the thing. Oh, foreign affairs, foreign diplomacy, foreign policy. They get booties too. Everybody can come over to America. Everybody just come over right now. Immigration, I just said it. Deficit? What? We could just sell Bluebell ice cream licked by Instagram models. Boom. $1,000 a fucking pint. Get them while supplies last. Limited time only. Case closed. We're fucking done here. I'm the president. Everybody, I'm the president. All right? Get out of here. Where I was going to shit. 20,000 Democratic. And it's all because, and they're like, oh, if I remember Joe Biden was like, they were like, Joe Biden, what will you do your first day as president? He was like, defeat Trump. I'm like, no, that's what you're doing now. Can we do Canyon justice on Joe Biden? No? No Canyon justice on Joe Biden? Okay. Okay, we won't do. Joe, you're lucky. You're not guilty. But give me a hair sniff, Joe. Just give us a hair sniff. He'll be like, I will find the girl who's licked the Bluebell ice cream. I will sniff her hair. Get those two in a room. Joe Biden and the ice cream licking girl. Somebody's gonna come out pregnant. That's all. Not necessarily the girl either. Joe Biden's so old, he has all the body parts. He has all of them. Fucking a couple titties. You got a few titties. Dick, pussy, ass. Fucking, what do they call that shit? Chicken's got. It's got one of those. Oh, God. Alright, guys. I'm done fucking around. This has been another YDK podcast by yours truly. Don't forget to don't forget to write a letter to us. If you don't forget to pin a letter to us if you have any comments or you want to rate or review the podcast. Oh, guess who didn't arm the podcast again? Guess who didn't do it? Or didn't arm the fucking sound effects? Guess who didn't? The producer. It's not me. I mean, it's me, but it's not me. It's me. So I don't even have to worry about pressing the button. I was pressing the button to do the outro music, but I don't even have to do it because I have to do it in post. Because I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Don't forget to rate, review, comment, fucking, most importantly, because it's Canyon Justice. It's a Canyon Justice offense if you don't subscribe to the podcast. So subscribe and tell your friends, tell your mom, hide your kids, hide your husbands. You can pick up my albums on iTunes. I think I only got an album and one song on iTunes now, and anywhere you can get music. My album's called Errors, ERRORS, and you can find me on all the media platforms at Vince Stefano, STEPHENO. And I guess that's it. Peace.